Hey there. We have created an awesome workshop for you that is going to help you get out of just the heart, or over-giving, over-generating energy from your heart out into the world, and back into that inner relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful way of getting connected back into your source power, getting rooted and really grounded, from which we can then use our energy to move out, to express, and to create the life that you want to live.
So to do that, we'll be doing some heart-stretching, shoulder-opening postures, but also inversions. So we will literally place the core above the heart. And how you do that is very specific anatomically, energetically, and alignment-wise. So you might have learned inversions before, but never quite like this. So I think they'll give you even more power. This new alignment from the deep core body will definitely help you rock all of your inversions, as well as the other poses in this full spectrum flow more efficiently, effectively, and awesomely.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing to ground yourself first and begin to find the connection of strength on a consistent basis. So we're going to really help you to get into that inner strength from your core, finding your deepest core meridian access, allowing yourself to find a much more versatile and elemental way to strength to create more heart energy, more openness.
I like that, elemental, because you have to build these poses from the ground up in a specific order that many people won't teach you. So in this way, we're going to reorient you back into the earth to core to sky connection that you need to make in order to do these poses. And don't worry, even if you're not great at inversions, even if you feel wavery or scared of them, you should always be in mastery with this work. So the point of each pose is integrity, not flying up there and getting as high as you can right now. So we'll stay true to that earthiness, the presence, the core connection, and then see where you fly.
Yeah, should be fun.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, if you were here last night, how did you feel? Anything that came up, any experience you want to share? How are you feeling today? Any of that?
I thought I'd be really sore in my quads because I felt them last night, but I'm not. I feel great and relaxed.
Anyone less sore than you thought you would be? Yeah. Anyone more sore? No. Usually when you support your body from the whole inner body, as we're doing all weekend long, you can work more strongly, and yet you're safer and you won't tear yourself down as much. It's pretty cool. I know her legs were shaking at dinner. She's like, look at their shaking. We're fine. We're good. We're all good. Anything else? Anything you noticed? Yes.
My experience says it's really hard to let go of the old way and embrace the new way. It just felt interesting.
You're like, It's always that way, isn't it? It's a process, and your body has memory, and your body is tracked in a certain way. And part of the fun of this style, I think, is allowing yourself to let go. Sometimes, maybe you go back to the other way too. Maybe you do both. Maybe you do one or the other. Who knows? But to just be able to soften and let go of what you think.
And I also found like this felt so much better when I went home. I was trying that.
You're like, oh, what's...
But that just seems to...
It's really interesting. I remember she told me also, we were talking about there's no straight lines in the body. And in fact, we think our bones is like kind of straight. Well, they're curvy. But your bones are spirals. They grow in a spiral formation. So when we do this, we're mimicking the growth formation of our bones structure.
And to the point that when you are being grown in the womb, your arms first grow in internal rotation. The arm joints are set, and then they externally rotate after that. And so when you move along with your nature, you're going to find, and you will find because those of you who weren't in class, we're going to be lifting up this way instead of this way. So just take one arm. It's very interesting. Take one of your arms, externally rotate it. Like we do this a lot in yoga, right? Because we want to be expressive and offer the heart. We want to show ourselves, reveal ourselves, and feel light and free, of course. So we want to go for expression first often, and that is the external rotation, the lifting of the chest. And then when you take that arm bone up, you can maybe feel the shoulder joint. Just take note of, and even feel your shoulder muscles, your neck. Feel around your arm, what's going on. And just sense into the joint itself, the space between the neck and shoulder and inside the joint. What's the quality of that? And then place the arm back down. And as you internally rotate here, so we can just turn the arm in, it's like leading up with the elbow. As you do that, you want to root the shoulder back. So we're just mimicking how we were born, and then unfurl the arm and see if there's a bit of a difference there in the state of the shoulders, the joint. Interesting.
I'm free.
And so as a teacher, I mean, did anybody feel that difference there?
Yeah.
As a teacher, it's my responsibility to really think into this stuff and to say, if I'm asking you to do something repetitively, is it going to be something that's more or less optimal towards your goals of health and freedom and strength? So knowing the anatomy of it is really interesting, but experiencing it is something else, right? So she said she went home and tried it both ways, and that's very advanced to do that, and not just to be like, well, I like this feeling, so I'm just going to keep doing it, but really paying attention to what it's doing over and over and over into your body. Is that self-loving to continue to participate in actions that are limiting, that are constrictive, that in time might tear you down instead of build you up. Right? So it's not just a physical movement or a shift that you're making, it's an invitation and a statement to the universe, to yourself as well, that you are ready to participate in more self-care, more love, more compassion, and all the beautiful things that stem from you treating yourself with that, lifelong love affair, soulmate energy. Anything else you want to share?
I felt the postures, the standing postures were much more mini when I started with the core, and I totally forgot about my arms, my legs, and I was just standing here first, and then the rest came, so it felt much more authentic. Very nice, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that way that we rolled out from the earth, and Tyler said something interesting after class that I didn't expect about the wave. What were you saying? The wave.
Well, I realized when we did it the first time, and we demonstrated, and I was doing it the way I've done it probably hundreds of times. And I know it, right? But then yesterday I did it, I was like, oh my God, it was totally new. Suddenly I had this flash of like, this is so graceful and easy. It was different than before. And I realized that for me, the difference is it's an organic movement. And as such, every time it's new. Every time it's a new formation, a new experience, and each time deepening into it even more. It's not just like do step 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you got it. It's this continual inner focus, inner mystery process.
And so when you first start learning the movement, it has to be in parts, because you're like, okay, this is doing this, and then this part moves, and this part. But hopefully eventually with practice, it becomes a more fluid, holistic movement. So it's one wave instead of 15 different parts. And then after you start moving yourself into that one singular form over and over again, you're gonna have these epiphany moments. And it's not just the same movement. I mean, it is a similar movement in every pose, but it's never the same movement. It's always a call for you to be present, and to be listening, and to be self-supportive, self-nourishing. So we started last night, and I know some of you weren't here, but that's okay. Of course, we take what we did and repeat that, and then add other tools the whole weekend. But what we really did last night was set your foundation and draw you into that core and get you to wave, get you to dissolve some of that old patterning perhaps, and just feel what it is to move along with that inner alignment and anatomy. And today we want to move that forward and upward into this idea of heart offering poses. Backbending, heart opening. Not just backbends, but any pose that really opens the heart. In fact, every yoga pose, I think, is a heart opener when you think of it that way. Just because we're not shoving the chest forward, right, that doesn't mean we're not doing a heart opening pose. Every pose is an opportunity for you to reveal yourself. But what does that mean? And what does it do to your body? Just like this or this, what does it mean to your body to open your heart? So show me a heart opening. What do you think of a heart opening pose as? What do you do with your body? Like this, right? Well, everybody just do this for a moment, because this is very common. We do this a lot in yoga, right? We up dog. I hear instruction too, like take the ribs forward, or like you're a banker. Or you're lifting up here, and then keep that and take the shoulder blades back behind you, and right, constantly this kind of rolling motion of even in standing poses. It's almost like this is the default now for yoga practitioners, to be all yogic, to like show yourself. But just doing this with your body, can you sense that there's an imbalance happening between front and back bodies? Sometimes that's okay. We want to strengthen the back body line. We want to strengthen the big muscles around the spine and the back. And so we want to do this motion. This is like a cat-cow. It's fine. We also want to round in, though, so we're not getting locked. But just for now, can you sense that just taking the ribs forward and the heart forward contracts and shortens the lumbar spine and the sacrum? And it shears pressure. You might not feel this as much right now, but it shears pressure up by the thoracic, where the lumbar spine meets the thoracic spine, which is a pretty movable joint. It's the first joint that's really more movable, at least twisting wise. So we tend to kind of, if something's moving forward this way or that way, it can really shear some pressure. But also the lumbar spine for sure. The pelvis is tilting forward in this position. Just keep holding it. The pelvis is tilting forward, and you feel the hip creases aren't clear. They're way back in there. The lumbar, the sacrum, the thing. You're short back here, you're really open here. But hey, you're offering the heart. And now with the shoulder blades all the way back and the shoulders back, try to breathe into the back of the lungs, where most of your lung space is found. So what does it do? It kind of presses the lungs forward and up, trying to get you some breath. Also, when you're really expressed like this, you're stretching out the abdominal wall, and you can't get down to the belly as much, can you? Okay, and is anybody feeling kind of crampy, ew? So just take a forward round for a moment. Keep the low back spine pretty long, and just wave from side to side. Give yourself a moment to open some of that tension. And what's happening here in the forward round is that the back of the chest is more open. So try breathing now into the back of the lungs. You feel that difference? So you get some expansion back there. Of course, the front of the lungs aren't able to expand so much. In this position, a little bit more belly, but not a lot. And what would happen here is the pelvis is now tilting backward, and we're getting this, the sacrum would be pressed backward, the lumbar spine would be pressed out of its natural curvature. It's okay to do this here and there, but to hold it and to just work over and over as a back bending situation. So opening the back of the heart. Okay, and then come into a little bit of a cat-cow position where where your heart is open in the front, and then it's open in the back, and then it's open in the front. And of course, yogis, when we say heart center, we mean the center of your chest, not the actual heart, or you'd be to the left, like Beyonce says. This would be cat-cow. Open the heart, open the back of the heart. Or like this. So heart center of your chest, the area around the spine, that yogis say is the heart chakra, the place where we experience giving and receiving, love from others, of compassion. And then start to make that more subtle with a nice long lumbar spine. Make it more subtle until you feel like you're existing right between the center of those two polarities. Let that heart center rest over the bowl of the pelvis. This is a truly open heart. It's open on all sides evenly. And when your heart is truly open on all sides, there's often a feeling of calm, of peace, of center. Anybody feeling like that right now? I brought my heart to center and I was like, Something goes on. So what heart opening to me means is cultivating the support that you need to be able to lift and open this heart, this centered heart, into any yoga asana. Even if you're in a back bend, you're still not pressing hard forward or rounding hard back, but instead existing in the center space over the pelvis at all times in a beautiful line. So the pelvis, the center of the heart, and the center of the skull would line up always. So this thing, where we shove the ribs forward and blast the heart open, is not a back bend, because back bending is back there. This is a forward jut. This is a spinal pressurizer. We should just rename it. Not to say you should never open the heart, but along with opening the heart, there's something else. And that is your core connection, your connection to self. So today we'd like to train you to not only open the heart on all sides, right, to lift and express yourself, but to always draw into that self-alignment, to that self-support, to that anchor that you hold inside. That's known as the psoas, in part. So the psoas, which goes from the upper inner thighs across the hips, dives under the organs, and up the lumbar spine to the sides, that is your anchor. It's going to help anchor you when the lumbar wants to overcurve like this. It's going to help you go into flexion a little bit as you're trying to back bend. So what you have to think about today, and we'll cue you over and over, is to draw the front of the spine in and up. So that's going to, if you notice, take your heart back to center. And then you have to go that way. As if you've got helping hands behind your heart, behind your head. And you're always drawing in and up, drawing in and up, drawing in and up. Now you're starting to go back. And you won't feel this so early, but that's good because you'll get into a deeper back bend with less spinal compression when you're in this anatomical, self-supportive heart opening.
So this is a subtle experience. It's very important, but it's so deep in our body that we're just not aware of it a lot of times. And because we're not aware of it, we unconsciously tend to use some of the more surface muscles. Some of that front body line meridian, particularly these hip flexors, often will fire up, which often creates a lot of tension and tightness there and stress in your whole system, because the further away you move from your skeletal system, the more you're going to stress that skeletal system, because you're using these external muscles to manipulate the center of your body. But the closer you come to the center, the more you're going to be naturally aligned and healthy down the line. And one thing SADIE says is that most people, because they're completely unaware of their psoas, when they die and they dissect the body, the psoas is actually turned to fat. People just don't use it. It's just that you don't use it, you lose it. So this is just takes time, and then keeping that internal focus, and you continue to bit by bit deepen your awareness inside.
Yeah, that's true. The vast majority of people at the end of life that are dissected, their psoas is gelatinized. It is not muscle anymore. Psoas major is your tenderloin, and you know how big a tenderloin is? Is that filet mignon?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a filet mignon. Yeah. So that's not how big ours is. That's a cow's, but ours is pretty large. It's a large tubular, bridge-like, flowing, wave-like, crazy muscle. And it kind of spins and spirals, and it's everywhere, so it helps you do a lot of things. It can really be drawn in to help the spine move in and up and support. As well as, when that psoas draws the front spine in and up, you want to remember to take the sacrum in and up as well. So, just to get a little more refined with you, today, you can think of this way. When the psoas draws the front spine in and up, it opens the back of the heart and the back of the skull. Can you feel that? It draws the heart back. When the sacrum and lumbar spine pours in and up at the same time, it opens the front of the heart and the front of the skull. And then from these two polarities crossing, we're going to lift the spine straight up as well. So the center of the heart lifts up. So we'll just try to do the best we can in 2 hours. Just feel into that, and notice when you're doing that forward jut. So any questions about the anatomy experience?
Another interesting part about this, just real quick, as we were jutting, that jutting sensation, which is actually quite common in yoga. It's to expand and have this effect. You may notice one thing I'm particularly aware of is the flaring of the ribs. And this flaring of the ribs is a particularly, it's an area of release. It's a kind of you have an energy leak there. That's the way I think of it. So what we're doing by coming to center and by drawing energy in all the way up and down our system is we're containing our own energy. This is a flaring out of energy, flaring out. Whereas you keep it, when you can begin to feel into this, that there's no points that are sticking out of your system. You just are containing it and lifting. And as such, you will attain more power, more containment, more peace ultimately.
And that's leading me to want to show you something, if that's okay. So what we were practicing this a little bit last night, the cobra situation. So there are a couple ways to do this. Let's say we're a teenage cobra, right? So a little bit higher, I can show you better. Sometimes the instruction is what? To press the arms back, shoulders back, to press the chest forward and up. So I'm feeling spinal compression right here because this is physics and you're pressing forward and you're lifting up into yourself. And what's happening is the more that you press forward and up, the more the equal and opposite reaction occurs, which goes down straight into the lumbar spine. So the more you press forward and then try to yank up into something that looks like a curve, the more pressure you'll have. The belly is out, the lumbar is really sliding forward on the sacrum and itself, and straining that chest forward, the ribs, like Tyler said, are flared open, and I'm losing energy. It's going straight out here, and then any kind of pressure that I do has no support, so it's going straight back into more compression. So look, I'm just going to lower until I don't feel that spinal compression anymore. Somewhere around there. Okay, but I'm still pulling forward. So what we want you to do is, we do want the low back to curve. That's a back bend. It does that. It's okay to do that, but we need support. So we're going to have you kind of resisting your back bend all day in order to serve it, right? In order to not leak out all your energy. So when you come up into something like that, instead of just letting the back curve and shoving the ribcage forward, we're going to tuck the tailbone to draw the front of the hips up and the front spine up. That's psoas action. You're trying to flex yourself as you're going to back bend. So we're going to start with that pelvis moving in and up, the belly moving in and up, the ribs drawing in and up, the front of the heart draws in and up, the back of the skull draws back and up. I'm not feeling compression yet. Not feeling compression yet, so I'm going to go to up dog. No? Nothing? Okay, so from in, can you see it a little bit more? So from in and up, I'm not feeling compression all the way up here, forward and up. There. So I would rather have you go into a higher, deeper back bend safely than feel like you're blowing your heart open, like you're getting some kind of idea of a back bend, but you're limiting yourself. So I just want to talk quickly about the philosophical effect of what we're doing here, and the meaning of what we're doing. Very easy, isn't it, to give out until you burn out. Here, have it all. Let me leak my energy all over you, all over the situation, to do mundane things. Let me worry about you. Let me say yes to everything. Let me work really hard. Let me check emails for 5 hours and Facebook and stuff instead of getting to my own work. Let me love you and care about you or worry about you instead of myself as much. For example, I want love, I need you to love me, I need you to see me, and give, so I'm going to give to you. All these things that happen are really, I think, exemplified by this physical posture. No, don't love me. No, I don't want to be hurt anymore. No thanks. No, I've been hurt in the past, right, which is the back of the heart. So I'm just going to stay here and defend myself. That's fine. It's another situation. But to be at your center, to not overgive or undergive or receive, to nourish yourself and core and power, to light your own heart, and to know when to say yes and when to say no. That's the balance of being consciously consciously present. And what that does is it expands compassion, because the more compassion you have for yourself, the more you can have for others.
And I think when you are overgiving, this is kind of like living out there apart from yourself, right? This is not in this space. Back here is protecting. You're not in here either. You're still like back there in the past. So when you do find this space, it's a vulnerable space, no question, because you allow energy in here as well as behind. You're open, but it is in that vulnerable space of presence in this moment that you achieve compassion for yourself and for others. And that's really the only way. That is the experience of living fully with your heart open in that moment.
Yeah. Because really existing too far in the past means you're going to remember the pain, and you're going to just say, well, that happened once, so I'm never going to go there again, and I can't trust people easily, or whatever your story is, you know. Or regretting something that happened and longing or holding on to, instead of being where you are here at center, or expecting things, over-giving, leaking, draining, all the things, living in the future. But everything you want is found right here. So today we gather back into that center place. And the only way that you can give or receive love from others at a high quality level is to do it for yourself first. Simultaneously, at the very least, but definitely that's your primary objective now, is to love yourself up the best way that you can, and watch that you free yourself from a lot of this other focus. Now you can enjoy other human beings. They can give you love, or they can decide to come and go in this way, that way if they want. And you may feel some pain or sorrow, but you're strong. You're strong because you know that you have love already. There's nothing to lose. There's only play, there's only beauty, there's only process and growth. That's it. And so you no longer start grabbing onto other people, expecting them to save you and to light your heart up all the time and to keep you safe and satisfied. Because you already got you. And how nice to be able to look at another human being, being their human self, and say, I'm so happy you're here for the time that you are, as you are. Because if you're in a bad mood, I'm not going to take it personally. Right? I'm just going to keep fueling myself and you with love and see how it goes. That's all there is to do, I think. Booyah.
Sounds good.
So how are you doing? Let's see, I want to ask one more question. What are some of the qualities that you require in the people that you let close to your heart? Besides a nice ass.
That's why I married my husband.
All right. Nice. That's why she married her husband. That's right. No, but like spiritual qualities. Qualities of integrity. What are those? Something that you require.
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Honesty.
Honesty. Acceptance, okay. Acceptance of you as your human nature being, okay. Cool, what else? Trust. Consistency is a big one. Supportive. What's that?
Fun.
Yeah, I was just going to say sense of humor, anybody? Yes, they feel good as they are, as the person they are. Accepting themselves. Yeah. Positive. Yeah. Okay, so turn it around. Whatever you said, or whatever thing arose for you. Usually the thing that's primary in your mind is the thing that you are working on actively, or that you're looking for in someone else because it's your practice. So am I hitting any kind of truth there, maybe? Or that you might have surmounted that. You might have become victorious in that way. Maybe you have really become the most of yourself in this moment. This has been a great practice for you, and you've done it. So it's not like, oh, whatever is arising, you suck at it. You know, you've got so much work to do. Perhaps you've done it, so you expect that from others. It's beautiful. But is that something, whatever you said, or maybe top 3 things you're looking for, are you actively doing that with yourself? Trying, right?
That's all that matters. And that is the practice of compassion. It's acknowledging the things that you need to work on, and then doing it with patience. Patience is so important. Like, maybe I'm not there today, but maybe I'll be there tomorrow. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep going without grasping, without expecting, just doing the work, step by step.
Yeah. So you practice that, what you want other people to do, which is to be like, hey, it's cool. You're human. Some days are better than others, for sure. Some days you feel so strong and you've done all your work and everything's working. Some days are weird. Some days you step off the path a little bit, or who knows what happens why. And then still it's the practice, and to surrender and treat yourself the way you'd want to be treated. That's a simple statement, but huge. Are you able to treat yourself the way you want anyone in intimate relationship with you to treat you during times of challenge, of stress, and just in general? Do you love yourself up? Do you hug yourself? Try it, it's awesome. And mean it, if you can. You don't have to feel anything, but just to really offer yourself a hug. He goes, you're amazing. Like James Brown right now. No, he kissed himself. Step back, kiss myself. Oh no, I love that. I love this. Such pageantry. He'd come out on stage, he'd sing for a while, and then he'd be like, oh, I'm done. And he'd be like, whatever, get my cape, his guy would put the cape on, he'd be like, oh, mopping his brow and leaving the stage, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, no, I'm good. Get on up, Jump back, kiss yourself. That's the mantra for today. Jump back, kiss yourself. Right? Doesn't it feel nice? Is it interesting to hug yourself? Have you done that in a while? Hey, babe, you got hands, you can touch yourself. Why don't we? Wait. I'm going to wait for him to do it. And if he doesn't do it, I'm going to not like it. Luckily, I've got someone who knows my love language is touch, so he definitely offers that a lot, which is great.
Love languages. Just a quick. That's a little quick. If you haven't, you know about that? Check it out online. You can just Google it. Five love languages. You'll learn. It's incredible stuff.
What are some of them? So touch.
The five languages. Yeah. Physical touch, words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, and acts of service. And we all have basically one of those as our main love language that we understand. It's our way of understanding love. And if someone speaks in a different love language, we won't understand it as love. We'll understand it as like, oh, that's nice. But my love language is quality time. And you're always off at work all the time. You buy me gifts, who cares?
Yeah, we're not ever together. And what's really interesting is when I met Tyler, mine is touch and quality. Well, you can have secondary ones. I'd say touch and then quality time. If I'm not touched, I feel like something's wrong. Not only by my partner, but by myself. I need to feel my body. I do yoga every day. I massage myself. I take baths. I'm good at that because I need that. That's how I feel like I love myself, and that's how I feel like other people love me. And when I met him, his is quality time. And he when we first met, I hope you don't mind me sharing him. Who cares? But when I first met him, he wanted some alone time right away, every day, or meditation time or something. And at first I was like, oh, does he not want to be around me? Is it too much? What's going on? And then I realized his love language is quality time, not only with me, but with himself. And if he doesn't get that, he feels like something's not right. He feels like something's wrong, I think. I would just assume that's the same with the love languages. So even though it's not my primary love language, it's something that I offer to him so that he understands that he's loved. Isn't that cool?
It's so simple.
It's so simple.
Once you learn someone's love language, you can do it, and they can even know you're doing it, and they still.
It doesn't matter. See? I love it.
We think relationships are so complicated.
Yeah, it's really not that hard.
Just basic tools,
Yeah. So we've set up time to, and like in the morning when I start my day out, I like to start it out with touch. I like to start it out with like cuddle time instead of email time. Very easy to roll. It is. It's very easy to roll over and start like this, and then I go, oh, okay, well I guess I'll get up and take a shower and it's fine. But there's something about starting out with your love language and then being like, meditate. I'm going to go over here, have some space. Beautiful. But can you do that for yourself? That's the thing. What's your love language? Can you think of it? What's yours? Quality time. Yeah, touch.
He has to literally lie on me every morning. And it's like, not sexual, can you please squash me?
Yes, I say it like hot laundry. My mom used to pour hot laundry on me. When I was a kid, I just wanted her to pour the hot laundry all over me. And I'm like, can you just roll, squish me, suffocate me? It's great. Squish on me. What else? Who else? Are you thinking of anything?
My family can't leave the house without a hug. It's really, I'm a real big touch type person.
Yeah.
And for them to know that I love them, they're not saying it all the time, it's the action.
Yes.
To know that they're there.
Yeah. So figuring out what means love to you, not just the people around you, to you. What do you need? I'm touched, so I'm going to love myself up. I have a lot of sensory things that I like to do for myself. Quality time also. I need time with myself and time with my loved ones. But knowing what yours is, or even just researching that is lovely, and then giving that to yourself. And watch how that helps you become more confident, less dependent, less worried about others. Right? It's fine to care about others, but to obsess and worry so much, not great. To turn it around and say, are you being a positive person? Are you looking at the positive? Is that your practice, to see the magic in every moment? Or are you all like, I don't know, especially when things go bad. What's your default? And if you were dating someone who acted like that when things went rough for you and they treated you the way you treat yourself, would that be okay with you? And if not, why are you doing it to yourself? Because it's a constant direct message that you are not worth loving with high quality. When you're the worst person you've ever dated. Because if Tyler told me half the things I say to myself when things go wrong, like stupid, if he was like, you're so stupid, you are a hypocrite, you can't do anything right. If he said that, I'd be like, this is not healthy for me. Touch me though quick one more time. Roll over on me and then keep rolling. But really, what kind of a lover are you for yourself? What kind of a partner are you? Can you, after this workshop, maybe, today, directly after when you're still in the vibe, can you write down some ways that you have been in dysfunctional relationship with yourself, where you may not have been treating yourself with as much love or compassion as you're capable of with other people, or in general. And then how can you practice the opposite? How can you practice the loving thing? Write out some actual things you can do, and do those. Because you're in a pattern, right? Just like a physical pattern. You're in a love pattern with yourself. Maybe it's great, maybe not so much. So to shift a pattern and evolve, you've got to push. You've got to really pay attention for a while, repeat that new behavior, and eventually it will become first nature. Cool. All right. Let's move, yeah? Come on back to your mats. I'd like to begin in something I call Stairway to Heaven. So take your 2 blocks. You may want a blanket over these blocks depending. You may need more than 2 blocks. These are thin, so I don't know. Depends on how you feel. But here's the deal. 1 block goes lower behind your shoulder blades. 1 block goes higher behind your head. So if you feel pretty bendy today, and you can actually move the blocks, dropping down, you can go up a higher level. These blocks, one on its side, one on the curvy.
I don't have enough blocks for everybody's
Oh, you don't? Okay. Who has two? Raise your hand if you have two. So we're fine because you guys can use ours to need to. And then if you don't have, who doesn't have two blocks now?
It's just me.
That's right. Okay, so grab a bolster, and I want you just to sit off the bolster and lie down over it. All right, so everybody else, one block low, one block to the next level up, whatever that is for you. The low block goes behind your shoulder blades, the higher block goes behind your head, and you can rest the legs wide together, goddess, or straight. Open the arms to the side. Yeah. So the lower block is behind the shoulder blades, and the other block is behind your skull. Set yourself up so you are heart expansive right now. Great. And the arms can even reach overhead. Sometimes it's nice to stretch those arms overhead, but unfurl them like we did before. Reach the elbows up first, set the shoulders back, and then reach overhead. And you can take a nice stretch that way through the shoulders, through the chest. Now notice the more that you open up through the heart, through what we think of as the heart, the ribs flaring up, the heart, front chest opening, the more I want you to concentrate on lightly drawing the top front hip crest. Just think about that for a moment. The top front hip crests, where you would kind of, if you were sassy, you put your hands there and shake your head around. But, no, she did not wear the same dress as me. That kind of thing. Draw the top of your hip crest back a little bit. Draw the front of your lumbar spine deep inside your body. Draw that front lumbar spine into the body a little bit more. And moderate the kind of passive curve of the low back by supporting it lightly. It's a very subtle support as the front of your lumbar spine draws down toward the floor a little bit. As the tailbone gets longer, the sacrum can still lift and sweep upward. The heart is still open. Now here's the trick. To begin inhaling and exhaling through your nose, inhale past the ribs. Don't flare them out so much. Inhale down to the belly. Even as you're toning that front spine in and up, let the abdominal muscles relax more. Can you do both of those at the same time? The psoas is not the abdominal wall. It's way farther back. So you can tone the front of your spine in and up, but still inhale to the belly and separate the two a little bit. So even as you're nourishing yourself with each inhale, even as you're softening and expanding that belly, soft belly, you still maintain a strong core connection, an inward and upward drawing through the front of the spine. And that can sometimes take a long time. Like Tyler was saying, he's done the wave hundreds of times, and last night was another evolution. I've had a teacher practice this for 4 years, and one day she was in another workshop with me, and she realized, oh, I know now the freedom that I can feel when separating my abdominal wall to soften and expand from the psoas, drawing the spine into healthy alignment still. So just sense into that. It might take you 4 minutes. You never know. So with each inhale, breathe into the center of the heart, down then into the belly. Keeping the front spine toned in and up. And now on your exhale, give a squeeze and a lift to the pelvic muscles. So the bathroom muscles hug upward. The low belly will tone more. The ribs will close and press that exhale out in a wave from bottom to top. So it's like you're a pastry chef squeezing the tube of frosting from the bottom upward. Every time you exhale, from the center up through the middle body too. Inhale down through the whole heart, through the whole belly. Exhale, hug, contract, and lift pelvic muscles, low belly, ribs, press the breath up and in. And a couple more times, just sensing into that duality between expanding the chest and belly, but maintaining that core support deep inside. And then exhale, really purposefully express yourself as you hug the muscles of the pelvis, the belly, the ribs, and wave that breath out actively. Now I'd like for you to sing 3 ohms from this place with me. So we're going to actually press the breath of the Om, press the sound out by using the pelvic muscles, that low belly press, and allowing the sound to clear and cleanse the heart, the throat, the expressive areas of you. So we're going to express and invigorate the heart from your primal nature, from your deep belly. So before we sing the 3 Oms, we'll make 3 primal sounds, which is not an Om, but just ha. You're going to learn how to just let the sound come out of you as you press it. So not flaring the ribs so much. Inhale down to the belly, the pelvis. Really expand that navel upward and outward. And make the sound from deep inside. Good. Inhale down through the whole heart to the belly. One last time. Cleanse and clear. If you notice you sound like a wind instrument, like a bagpipe, it's because we are. It's so cool. All right, so 3 Oms, just like that. Just let them express from you as you take a deep breath down and wide. Take a deep breath through the whole heart, to the whole belly. Exhale, sigh it out, soften to the blocks, to the bolster. Good, stretch your arms overhead, even stretch the legs out, but still tone the belly down. So the more the chest tries to flare forward and up, the more the belly, the pelvis, the front spine especially draws back in. Find that center. And then your exhale, bend the knees in, the feet roll off of your situation onto the right hand side. So you just roll it over. Be there in reflection, a little baby pose. So we think of being the seed, maybe, of what's to come, of what's to grow. Set your intention for your practice now, whatever it is for yourself. So maybe focus on the breath, or focus on that self-support as you offer the heart. Stay at center. And then as you're ready, gently begin to press yourself up into an easy seat. Remove the stuff off to the side. Just sit here with a nice long open lumbar spine, not just curving forward and up, but also in and up. So find that duality, that practice, very subtle. But to hold this during your backbends gets very strong. And so the more you express and offer, the more self-practice, the more self-support has to happen in life and yoga. So here we go. Come back to the breath.
So deepening into your abdominal breath. I'm going to start with this full belly breath, noticing that we really don't use a very large part of our lungs. The base and back of our lungs is actually relatively unused. You typically breathe about 15% of your lung capacity on a daily basis. So using that breath, begin to breathe down through your nose, feel that expanding, warm and widen down in your pelvic floor and expand through your belly. We use that deep abdominal breath for Kapalabati to begin to really warm up and loosen up our energetic systems here a little bit more. So with that inhale, belly expands. Exhale is going to quickly and forcefully squeeze your belly up and in to force breath out, just like a snap, really quick. Then relax your belly to naturally, as you let it out, let that belly expand, your breath will automatically fill up again and then quickly force out. As we go, try to stay with that pace and see if you can keep your chest and shoulders relatively still. We'll only use our belly here. Okay, so sitting tall, let's all take a deep breath and prepare. Fill your lungs up. When you're ready, begin. 1, 2, 1, through your nose. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, Let's squeeze all the air out of your lungs. Squeeze it all out. Now just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Inhale the deep, fresh breath. Fill your lungs up entirely. Full breath. Now softly exhale. Release that breath out. Good. Next breath, we begin the second round. So inhaling a deep, full breath. And as best you can, stay on the pace when you're ready. Begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, through your nose. 1, just mouth closed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Good. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Next breath, we're going to hold for a few moments. So when you're ready, inhaling a deep, comfortable breath. When you're ready, just retain your breath there for a few moments. Holding here, sit tall, shoulders soften, back, eyes closed, face relaxed. As you sit tall and still now, can you maybe focus attention up to the point between your eyebrows? Notice the way we're not flaring out, we're not crunching anywhere. Just this long, lengthening, beautiful, energetic line. Few more seconds. And release your breath slowly, softly, keeping your eyes closed. Do a couple natural breaths, noticing now the invigorating qualities created by Kapalabati. Kapalabati translates to mean shining skull because you're releasing basically so much energy, it just kind of flushes through your system, really getting you nice and warm.
Good. So just begin to circle your heart forward. Heart center forward and back. Just finding a comfortable seat where you can begin to move that heart and think about not just circling on a shortened low back spine, but lifting the lumbar higher as you inhale. So you're circling the heart but higher in space, causing a bit of a tone around that low back as you open in all directions, and then take it the other way. So if you'll notice, if you collapse down with that heart, so try it, just kind of collapse down, let the heart go lower. You feel like you're kind of grinding your lumbar spine, like you've got 2 Oreo cookies and you're just pressing and twisting into the frosting. So you want to lift up a little bit higher.
We need frosting.
We need frosting. Stay frosting. Stay frosting. All right, come back to center, everybody. And on your next inhale, lean yourself forward. We're going to open the heart forward, but draw the front of the spine in and up a little bit. So you already have to start supporting. So anytime you start to give out this way, you want to draw back in this way. No, it doesn't let you go as far forward as possible, but try going as far forward as possible and feel the strain a little bit in the low back, perhaps, in the center of the ribs back there. And then on the exhale, still with a long lumbar spine, fold yourself back, but not all the way, not to press the pelvis and sacrum out, but to more draw and expand the back of the heart up and open. And then inhale, lean yourself forward and up, draw the front of the spine in and up so it creates a wave. And on the exhale, curl in, keep a long lumbar spine, open the back of the shoulder blades, the back of the chest. Inhale, forward and up. Breathe down into that soft belly. Exhale, hug and lift up from the pelvic muscles upward as you roll. Inhale, lean forward and up. This time, as that energy hits the chest, bend the elbows and let those arms float up. Good. On your exhale, bring the hands to the chest at namaste, and with a long heart, begin to open to the right. So just take that little opening there. Good. Come back through center, hands to the knees. Inhale, lean forward up, reach the arms up. On the exhale, palms spin and chest opens the other way. Good. Inhale, forward and up. You can begin just to sweep the arms if that feels good. A little faster. Exhale. One breath. Inhale, lean forward and up. Keep going. Exhale. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale. Okay, a little bit faster, so just invigorating yourself on this day. Exhale. Inhale. Use that deep core breath, that Mula Bandha breath. So you inhale down, widen everything. You exhale, hug and lift from the pelvic muscles upward. Inhale here, warming up the shoulder girdle all around the chest, front, sides, and back. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now inhale to center, stretch it up. Take your right hand down to the floor, stretch the left arm all the way up and over. Good. Now inhale, lift up through the front of the spine and the back of the spine. So psoas draws the front of the spine in, quadratus lumborum draws the sacrum in the back of the spine in. Interplay those two, and notice how it helps you wave the whole spine a little longer and then really stretch it out. Good. Circle yourself forward to center. Take a nice little wave here through the back and exhale, fold. Roll yourself all the way up. Stretch the arms to the sky, and this time left arm down, right arm over. Inhale, lift the sacrum, but lift the front of the spine. That's going to cause something called axial extension. It's the sixth way your spine moves. So we're going to lift it from root to crown. That is a decompression. We want that. Yeah, you feel it. Take a deep breath in. Good. Exhale, circle yourself all the way down. Inhale, wave the spine forward, whole heart lifting out of the core, and fold. Good. Roll yourself back up. Stretch your arms to the sky. Let's warm the psoas and quadratus all along that lumbar spine. On your exhale, bring the fists of fire in. Lift those ankles. Make Charlie's Angels Mudra here with your hands. Okay, shoulder blades on the back. So this is not about hip creases. It's not about shoulders. It's about lumbar, sacrum moving in and up. Front of the low back spine moving in and up. So you're wrapping yourself with that core strength and allowing the whole chest to open upward as if through the crown of the head. All right, now inhale, slide your legs out a little. If you're beginning here, you're building strength, you tap the feet down or hang on. As you exhale, press the sit bones down, lift up through the spine, and let that spine moving in and up lift the legs a little more lightly. Inhale, lengthen out or tap the feet down. Exhale, press the sit bones down, hug and lift, pelvic muscles upward too. Inhale, exhale. So a little bit more like a Kapalabati that we've been doing. Just a little exhale. Good. So really pulse and lift the pelvic muscles upward, warming up the root muscles, the spinal muscles. Good. As you're doing it, reverse the cross of your feet. So it's not about, crunching in, that sacrum. That didn't feel good. Keep the sacrum moving in and up. Keep the pelvic muscles lifting with each exhale. Keep the front spine moving in and up. So you're all about that core right now. Good. Exhale, exhale, and exhale. Unwind the feet. It should feel nice. You're going to press the feet down, widen the knees, stretch into the groins. Good. Take a nice little wave from side to side. Now on your exhale, pull yourself back in up, press the sit bones down, lift up Goddess Savasana, just lift the feet as high as they'll go. Good. Inhale, stretch out. One of my least favorite words in the English language, groins. I'll find a better way to say it. The other one is nostrils. Nostril. What?
Groin nostrils.
Groin nostrils. Breathe into your groin nostrils. I tried to replace nostrils with blowholes one class. Didn't work out at all. No, groin blowholes absolutely does not work. Inhale, lengthen out Glad we worked that out together. Exhale. Still in that belly. Inhale. Still in the psoas, drawing the front spine in and up. Still in the sacrum, drawing in and up. So now we're predominating that psoas action and the abdominal action, so we want to really make sure the sacrum is in and up. When we predominate the back bend action, we want to make sure the psoas draws in and up. So whatever you're predominating, you want to shore it up with the opposite. Okay, exhale. Cool. Now take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, roll yourself back up just like you were. This time, close the knees a little bit more. Stretch your arms to the sky. Bring the palms down and spin, twist to the right. Good. Inhale, reach all the way up. If you want to straighten the legs, you can. But exhale, bend, and bring yourself back to the core. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, keep going. And exhale, put the feet down if this is a lot. Totally fine. Exhale. Inhale here now. Exhale, plant the fingertips behind you. Stretch the legs out a bit more. On your exhale, I want you to lift your right hip, just the right hip, and spin over to the right. So really warming up all around the spine. Exhale, lift the left hip, spin over. I call this one hip twist, or Vargasana, for obvious reasons. Okay? With high heels and fishnets. Oh, I kind of do. Exhale. And line in hose. There you go. Exhale. Good. Deep breath. Keep the sacrum lifting. Exhale. One more time on each side. Exhale. Good. And exhale. Come back to center. Plant the feet down. Stretch your arms up. And roll yourself down onto the back. Hang on if you need to. Roll yourself into a bridge pose preparation. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here, and I want you to lift the hips, but keep the front pelvis and spine drawing down as you reach your arms up and overhead. So we just worked that belly a lot. We want to stretch and detoxify it a little bit. Now lift your toes, lift the balls of your feet off the floor till you're just on your heels, just the heels down, everything else up. And just begin to move your knees to one side and then the other, maybe getting a gentle little stretch in the sacrum, sides of the spine there. Just belly dance this bridge for a moment. Move your hips, but keep the sacrum lifting and keep the lumbar front spine drawing down and in. And give yourself some nice breath there. Okay, move in new and interesting ways in this bridge. Come back to center. On your inhale, plant the feet down. Inhale, breathe, and lift the hips even more. And on the exhale, slowly bring the arms back down to the floor and the hips down to the floor at the same time. This is a therapeutic bridge, very clearing for your energy. Take a deep breath in, lift the hips, lift the arms up and overhead. Good. Exhale, slowly roll everything back down so the hands and the pelvis touches about at the same time. Inhale, lift everything up. Let your body clear all the way from core to heart. Exhale, keep coming into those waves of breath. Inhale, lift it up, literally detoxing yourself with this inversion. Exhale, roll it down. Now last time, inhale, lift everything up. Keep the hips lifted, but lower those hands back down. Keep the hips lifted. Good. So internal rotation as the palms are on the earth, roll your shoulder blades under now. Then interlace the hands after that. Stretch the front of the chest. And now is a nice time to inhale up and wide. Now let the ribs flare. Breathe to the top of the lungs too so you can get a nice stretch here. Keep your shoulders lifted so front of the heart is really opening, expanding. But keep the front lumbar spine drawing in, tailbone long. Take a deep breath here. Good. Now release the hands, but not the pose. Release the hands, plant the palms flat, and widen the shoulder blades again. Breathe into the back of the heart. More into the back of the heart as well. Press your feet down, even resist them forward. Your hips will lift a little higher. Your chin can lift. Take a very deep breath in, back of the heart, center, front. And then exhale, slowly roll yourself all the way back down. And windshield wiper the hips and knees from side to side, just a little bit. Keep that Mula Bandha breath going as you gently hug the knees into your chest. Roll little circles one way and then the other, and refine the breath.
So deepen back into your core breath. Reconnect to that basic energetic element. Come back to center when you're ready. Let's go ahead and grab behind your thighs and begin to rock your body forward and backwards, up and down the length of your spine. So like a rocking chair, full rocking motion, kind of massaging the back spine along those core muscles we just worked. Good. Continue this vigorous rocking now. So continue vigorous rocking. You might want to cross your ankles. When you feel ready, we'll see if we can just ground our feet and come up all the way to a standing forward bend, ragdoll in front of your mat. Just hang out. Uncrossing there, hang loose for a moment. Feet ground on the floor, relax, maybe wave your spinal side to side. Feel full release and relaxation of your body, neck, shoulders, face, jaw. Continue deepening your breath here for a moment, relaxing where you can. Then lifting 10 toes up, spread your toes apart and place them back down. Feel the way you have this firm foundation in both feet. Maybe you want to kind of imagine these broad spaces between the front, but behind your big and little toe, those 2 points, and then a big, broad, heavy point in the back of your heel. All those points balancing out together. This is going to be our foundation for standing posture. So take a deep breath in, widen into your belly and base of your pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, begin to find that zipping up sensation, the widening apart of your sits bones and curling your spine up, head and neck relaxed. As you continue to come up to your chest, then we're going to unfurl elbows, begin to lift you, and inhale, arms will find full expression up to the sky. As you reach up straight, palms together, exhale, palms to heart. Let's fold, bend knees, come back down to your spine. Relax your neck and spine entirely. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale again, begin to press sits bones apart as you zip up along your thighs and up along the front of your lumbar spine. Exhale finishes the chest. Inhale begins to unfurl again. Arms, full extension up from feet to fingers, grow tall. And exhale again, let's dive it back down all the way. Relax your neck and spine. Beautiful, guys. One more deep breath here. Prepare. Fill up through back body. When you exhale, pressing sits bones apart, zip it up slowly along the front spine, up behind your heart, and then inhale to unfurl. Full extension, reach long. Good. Exhale, dive back down one more time. Fabulous. So from here, let's inhale, grow your spine halfway up. Wave it out. So feel your belly lift. And then your heart, and then out your chest. Exhale, fold back down to the floor. Notice fingers wherever they land. Inhale again. Pull up through your belly, up long behind your chest and heart to lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Just halfway, a little waving here. One more time. Inhale, wave halfway up. Feel your spine growing long, parallel to the floor. And then exhale, fold. Let's come on to our finger pads. So we're going to make little Spider-Man hands, fingertips only touching the floor, and step back into your down dog. So keeping this tented hands, from here we're going to start to create our foundation in our palms. So coming towards our Hasta Bandha. Begin to just slowly let your fingers spread apart until your knuckles press down to the floor. Once your knuckles are pressing evenly, then only we can slowly begin to let our heel of our hand come down evenly to the floor and feel the way you now have a nice balanced sensation of pressure across the entire surface of your palms and fingers. This is a really active, bright way to find our foundation in the floor. Then let's go and just lift your tailbone. Let your sit bone, tailbone lift up and shoulders roll back as heels sink towards the floor. Feel that nice lengthening stretch in your down dog and find your way back to your breath. Beautiful, guys. Next thing, let's lift your right leg up to the sky. Feel your lungs. This is just kind of reviewing some stuff we did yesterday. But exhale, we're going to bend both elbows towards the floor, bend your standing leg, and then scoop chest, knees to chest, or to nose, come over your wrist. So carry that knee, hover out over your wrist. Good. Inhale, shift back up behind you. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bend closer to the floor, foundation, as you squeeze the knee into your chest and come over your wrists. Beautiful. One more time. Full breath in, lift back up high. Exhale, come closer towards the earth and then squeeze and lift through chest and hips. Keep your hips lifted as you step your right foot next to your right thumb. If it didn't make it, you can always grab your foot and pull it forward. Let your back foot come down naturally to the floor. Good. We're going to take a deep breath in and find some space in your belly, lengthen your spine. When you exhale from foundation, begin to zip up along. Pull your hips towards each other. Begin to curl your body up, open out. Warrior 2 to find full radius out through fingertips. So you're already in position. Now you can make some micro adjustments. Sitting deep into this. Notice the way your heart is automatically perfectly lined up over your pelvis when you come up organically like this. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, float left hand down like a feather on your left thigh. Turn right palm up and then let your right elbow bend as it sweeps over your head and then extend your arm out behind you. Good. Let's once again see that even here, you can scoop in our belly, tuck your tailbone, lifting up along your belly, back behind your heart. Let your ribs soften a little bit, and then express out to your heart and fingertips a little bit longer towards the back of the room. Begin to work with this subtle internal movement. Breathing deep, keep stretching back through fingertips, heart rolling open, maybe gaze up inside your extended arm. Find your deepest breath here, guys. Reach long. Full breath in, everyone stretch. Next exhale, we're going to shift forward, elbow bending to lead us forward, and then right forearm can come softly onto your thigh like a shelf. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, we're going to zip up along our thigh. Let your left elbow bend out and unfurl out towards front of the room, extended side angle. Good. Now make those micro adjustments as you like. Make sure both feet are evenly pressing down through both ball point and the inside and outside of the front, as well as the firm foundation in the back of your heel. Continue extending out through fingertips and continue to twist your heart open, chin to armpit, gazing up inside your extended arm. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let's go ahead and shift back, reverse your warrior once again. Elbow bend, sweep over your head to the back of the room. Reverse. Take a deep breath there. Exhale, shift forward, bring right forearm on thigh, and let your left elbow extend out towards front of the room. Open your heart. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let's bring it back, reverse your warrior once again. Deep breath, stretch it back. Good. This time, exhale, cartwheel hands, frame your front foot to the floor. Ground your palms, turn your back heel up. And then maybe today, let's turn all 10 toes out to the right side for a moment. So come on to the razor's edge of your back foot. All 10 toes turn right, keeping both feet flexed. You're not collapsing your back ankle to the floor. Your back ankle actually is lifted off the earth. From here, I'm going to just take right arm and unfurl it up towards the sky, gazing up towards your thumb for a couple deep breaths. Breathe into your hips here. Breathe expansiveness. And maybe if you want to intensify, you can lift your hips up a little bit and or tuck your left hip deeper under your right. Keep twirling your heart up into the sky. Find extension, no compression in your shoulder joints. Create space between left and right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, return both hands back to the floor. Turn up your back heel, 10 toes forward now. Ground your palms. We now lift, keep this sensation of lifting in your belly. So get those psoas muscles activated so that we keep shoulders over wrists. The shoulders are not going to move. We're just going to lift our hips enough to bring our foot off the floor and tuck your ankle, heel in towards your groin. And then extend back to the sky. Lift up behind you. Inhale. Exhale, stand down on the floor. Feel this firm foundation we have so that we can create space in our body, create play and openness. Down dog. Breathe in consciously. Then, next inhale, take your left leg up high behind you. Fill your lungs up. When you exhale, bend elbows and standing knees. Squeeze into your chest. Lift out over your wrists as you carry forward. Good. Inhale, back and high. Deep breath, stretch up. Exhale, going to bend close to the earth, knee to chest, and carry it all the way over your wrist as far as you can. Beautiful. One more time. Deep breath, stretch up. You got it. Exhale, come close to the earth, then squeeze up away from it. Carry over your wrist, lift your hips a little higher, and step. Left foot there next to your left thumb. Yes, good. Turn your back foot down. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Turn your back foot down consciously. Feel the firm foundation of both feet. Take a deep breath, create some space first. Just lengthen out, weigh it out a little bit. Exhale, begin to pull your feet into your hips and zip up along that front pelvis. Curl your body up and in, and then radiate arms out with an inhale. Then you can adjust yourself a little more firmly, but you've got that basic components of structure working for you. Front thigh is coming parallel towards the floor. Keep extending, lengthening your arms out long. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, float right palm down like a feather. Turn your left hand up. And let's start to just zip it up. Okay, so take it slow. Slow it all down real quick. Kind of pulling into your pelvis. Feel the psoas activate. Zip it up as you lean back, heart open, and then unfurl your left arm back behind you to get that extension. Keep your front knee bending. Good. Now breathe here for a few moments. Just make sure there's no compression or pressing down in your low back spine. You're still lifting up, but an opening, but from your back body. So with each inhale, feel that openness through heart. Exhale, reach back a little further. That kind of waving. It's a very subtle movement, but keep focusing on it. Keep your awareness inside. Even if you don't feel it yet, try it. Take a deep breath in, reach back. Next exhale, we're going to shift you forward. Reach out and bring elbow onto thigh. Then unfurl, elbows curls out towards the extended side angle. Once again, we have firm foundation through the outer edge of your back foot. Keep scooping tailbone now, suck in your belly, Roll your heart open and twist chin to armpit to grow longer as you maybe gaze up inside your arm. Breathing that powerful conscious breath. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath to stretch along here. With your exhale, curl in from your belly. Get that engine from belly, lift you up. Drop your right palm and unfurl to back in the reverse warrior. Stretch it back with an inhale, deep breath. When you exhale, shift forward, elbow to thigh. Unfurl, forward, full extension. Take a deep breath in, stretch. Exhale, let's scoop our tailbone to tuck us, lift back. Drop your right palm, unfurl left arm over your head. Take a deep breath, stretch it back as far as you can. And then exhale now, cartwheel hands, frame your front foot to the floor. Ground your palms, turn your back heel up. And then all 10 toes now turn out to the left side. So you come to the razor's edge of your back foot. Ground with your right palm, take a deep breath to create some space, and extend arm out towards the sky. Keep your back foot flexing again, back leg bright and active. Slow, deep breaths working inside. Getting into our hips, stretching, opening, releasing old tension, old stress. Can you create a little more space here in front and back body? So we're not crunching into your shoulder blades nor your chest, but you feel that open balance around your heart. You feel that support from your core working your breath. Energizing in nutrients to your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, both hands softly back to the floor. Now stop here a moment. Turn 10 toes forward again. Take a moment, activate that psoas core engine by lifting your hips a slight little bit. Tuck your tailbone. Now keep palms extending and just see if you can lift high enough to bring your heel into your groin. Keep me to chest for a moment. Beautiful. Then kick back up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, stand down, down dog, and breathe. Spread fingers wide. Calm your breath.
Here in your downward facing dog, think about that front lumbar spine. Is it overarching toward the floor? Can you draw it gently up inside the body so your hip creases are clear, your pelvis in a nice straight line down the body? Can you sense the center of your heart center, your center chest, and lift it up a little bit if it's dropping toward the earth too much? Lift it up so the shoulder joint's clear, that heart meridian energy through the heart, through the arms, can really be free. And then spread and press all the fingertips down and the ring of the palm. So reflexology says that we've got these nerve endings, these points of contact in our hands and feet. And when you press the pad of your thumb, where it meets the hand, and the pad of the pinky finger, where the pinky finger meets the hand, you are actively energizing the heart meridian and helping to clear and heal your heart on all levels. So really press that juicy pad of the thumb down and the pad underneath that pinky finger by the palm. And really spread that wide. Take a deep breath in, everybody. Exhale out through the tongue, deep core line clearing. Okay. Lift your heels high. Lift the arches of the feet upward. Lift the inner thighs up and out the sit bones. Take a deep breath, bend the knees now, and on your exhale, roll yourself forward to plank pose. Lead through the back of the heart as the psoas engages, lifting the pelvis and front spine, back of the heart leads, and then you can unfurl yourself. And slide the sacrum in and open the front of the heart as well. Pull everything long from rib to crown. Take a deep breath in here. On your exhale, heels and heart forward. So keep that heart trying to lift. Heart center lifting up as you bend slowly down to the floor through your Chaturanga Dandasana, knees upward down. So come all the way down, elbows right over wrists. Beautiful. Point the toes. So here we go. Take a breath in. On your exhale, curl that tailbone down. That's all we're going to do for a moment. Inhale, arch the pelvis up a little bit, sit bones high. Exhale, curl the tailbone down. And inhale, arch the pelvis upward. And exhale, curl the front of the pelvis and spine in. So just a nice little arch and curl. Add to it that breath. So inhale, make some space in the pelvis. Exhale, hug the pelvic floor muscles, the low belly, and lift the front of the pelvis upward, front spine. Inhale, make space. Exhale, front pelvis lifts, pelvic muscles activate. We're going to begin to do our back bends from this place. So inhale here, prepare, and on the exhale, as you press the hands down, lift the front of your pelvis, belly, and ribcage into the body. Begin to unroll yourself. So the back of the heart really gets to lead, the back of the skull. Pull it all upward. As you exhale, roll yourself back down onto the belly. Take a deep breath in. As you press the hands down, hug and lift pelvic muscles. Draw the front top of your pelvis into your body, front spine in and up. And exhale, just to your capacity of expression here. Inhale to the pelvis. Exhale, round your back even. If you don't exactly know the motion, round the back and then pull upwards to the center of the heart, up to the crown of the head. Exhale and fold. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, roll yourself in and up. And then on your exhale, lower it down just a little bit. Press your knees down, lift the belly, the front spine up. So this is psoas activation, and hold. Good. So make sure that you're not dipping in the sacrum and lumbar, that the front of the hips is really lifted. And we're just going to begin to turn the hips to the right a little bit, lift up to the front of the spine, psoas action, turn it to the left. If you're feeling all fancy today, you could lift the knees and roll your heels one way and then the other, but keep that psoas activated. Keep the front top pelvis really strong. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. We call this one Diablo-asana for a reason. Exhale. Come back to center, everybody. Deep breath. Lift through the front spine and pelvis and transition downward facing dog. Walk your knees in place for a moment. Even spinning the knees one side and then the other. Twisted dog. Just feeling it out. Good. We're all going to come into a twisted dog now on the right. So your knees spin over to the right, heels spin to the left, turn down dog arms. Take a deep breath down to the belly, and as you exhale, simply straighten your legs out. So one foot is in front of the other. If you can, unroll that right arm to the sky. If you need, put the bottom knee and shin down on the floor. Now from here, draw the front of your pelvis and spine into the body and send the center of your chest back a little bit, so the center of your heart, the center of your pelvis, and the skull is in one line. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll it back, downward facing dog, knees to the left. Stretch into the belly, stretch into the hips. Buoyant in the back of the heart too. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll yourself forward as you stretch the legs straighter. And left arm can lift up. So send the top pelvis back, the heart back a little bit if you need to. See if that helps you gain some mastery, some center, right? Knee can come down if needed. Inhale, breathe into it all. Exhale, plant the hands down, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg all the way to the sky, everybody. On your exhale, bend in, sweep the knee into your chest, and step your right foot to your right thumb. Good. Inhale here, open it up. On your exhale, ground your back foot down and walk your right hand over to the right, pretty far. Now, if you're not so flexible in this next pose, grab a block and have it underneath your hand, completely fine. All right, everyone press, bend that back knee, a little broken giraffe pose, right? So we're just going to deconstruct this pose for a moment. Bend that back knee. Lift the toes, arches lift. Inner thighs up and out the sit bone, so we're drawing up that deep core body muscle meridian now. Now here's the thing, it's so easy to just, from there, just yank into some heart opening moment, but you've got to have that pelvic self-supportive action. So, as you do the pose, next step, as you press the feet down, is to lift the front of the pelvis in and up, the front of the spine in and up, so you've got that nice little sweep and scoop. Add the sacrum in and up to start opening the chest back behind you. That makes sense, right? Begin to creep your right fingertips a little bit wider. Press your feet. Draw the front pelvis in and up. Draw the center of the heart back, the center of the skull back. Find a little back bend moment, and then unwind that top arm over the ear so you're now in a side bend. Yes, walk the right fingertips away from your front foot as much as you comfortably can. Now circle the top arm back and down. We're coming back into it. Bend the back knee. Press your feet, lift the front of the pelvis back and up, the front spine and ribs back and up. Slide the center of your heart back, the center of your skull back. And one more time, circle that top arm down and around. Press in, lift the pelvis back and up. Great, side bending over this leg.
Keep your foundation, guys. Remember, the feet are, you can't have openness without a firm foundation. So feet are solid.
Mm-hmm. Slide the heart back. Take a deep breath in. There you go. Exhale. Slowly plant that left hand down underneath your left shoulder. Turn all your toes to the right. I might be stealing this one from you, Tyler. Straighten. Okay? Still away. All right, take this top arm onto the front thigh or hip. Begin to press that hip backward as you stretch the front leg straighter. Just for fun. IT band, side hips. Take a very deep breath. Exhale, slowly place it back down. Now you can walk that foot towards the center of your mat. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Draw the pelvis in, center of the heart back, and open. Go for it. Otherwise, step that foot behind you. A little extra credit here. Put your hand on your belly. Remind yourself to draw back as you open up through the chest. Take the center of the heart back, not up. Take the center of the skull back, not up. You feel the difference? Woo, take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly up and over. A lot of psoas here, so pull that front spine in as you step it back down facing dog. Wow. That's a lot of stuff going on there. Take a deep breath in through the nose here. Exhale through the tongue. Awesome. All right, inhale, lift that left leg sky high. Exhale, bend all the way in. Roll yourself in and up. Step that left foot to the left on the side. Inhale, offer the heart here. Round your back foot and walk those fingertips or block hand way over to the left. So it's asking you to back bend, but not to constrict and crunch the back by jutting the ribcage forward. That's called going to thoracic park. We're going to go to thoracic park because when you go to thoracic park, you get eaten by velociraptors. All your friends die. So what you would like to do is stay home, right? With the strong safety of home. Bend the back knee. Get close to your earth. And like Tyler said, press your feet down, lift the toes, and invigorate that foundation always. Even the arches can lift. Take the inner thighs up and out the sit bones, preparing the pelvis for movement. And then draw the front of your pelvis in and up, creating this wave-like movement. You can take this arm up or over the ear. Now to back bend more, you don't want to jut the ribs forward more. Actually, pull the front pelvis and spine back. Pull the center of your heart back and then long. Pull the back center of your skull back and long. And express yourself with a nice centered foundation and an offered whole heart. And I want you to feel it. We're not moving you so fast right now because you want to really be stubborn. Press the feet down. Now let's return to that. Rebuild it. Top arm, circle it back and down. Bend both knees. Inhale here to prepare. On your exhale, roll yourself in and up. So front pelvis draws it back and up. Spine, chest. Good. Circle it. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. And then last time, circle it down. Now see what you're made of, expression-wise. So what is back here? If you draw the front pelvis back and long, the chest back and long, the skull, you might be surprised. And that's a great psoas stretch, by the way, if you can access it. Take a very deep inhale. Woo, exhale, slowly down. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Turn the toes open, all the toes, and you're coming to the back edge of that back foot. This can be a nice hip stretch. If that's not doing it for you, then you straighten the leg more and take an IT bound stretch. Oh, yes. Good. Still a chance to draw that pelvis in and up. Skull back, heart back. Inhale. Exhale, begin to creep or step that foot more to the center of the mat. Lift higher, draw the pelvis back, draw the center of the heart back. Notice how shoving the heart forward will make this pose really tweaky, but drawing the chest back directly over the bottom arm, beautiful. Otherwise, you step that foot behind you. And as you lift up to a rock star position, take the front pelvis in, the front spine back, the heart back, the head back, and long, super long. The more you try to jut the pelvis up, the less effective this is going to be. Pull it down as far as you can. Top pelvis. Inhale, everybody. Long hold, I know. Exhale, come all the way over, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to the tongue. Good. Bring your knees down to the earth and rest yourself back in child's pose. Woo, very nice. Yes, you can open the knees and rest the chest. But wave the hips from side to side. And I would take the arms back behind you now, so you can really let the shoulder blades and back of the heart release. Take some inhales and exhales into this place. That powerful commitment, that dedication to self-supporting, even as you express your heart, to keep your own heart open from the core strength underneath, that is major. But so rewarding, ultimate freedom occurs when you make this your primary practice. Take a deep breath into the belly, into the whole heart and chest. Exhale, sigh it out, release any excess tension on any level. And then slowly roll yourself all the way back up. So pad your knees if needed. And come on up. Take some waves from center. So this one's called kneeling plank. This one will create soreness in the quadriceps if you do it too many more times than like 10 or 15, so we're not going to go beyond. We don't want to be inaccessible tomorrow. But what I'd like for you to do is just think about what it means to backbend. Now, usually in a camel position, what's happening? The hips go forward, the low back shortens. The chest tries to lift up to get out of that, straight up. So you get a lot of compression, shortening, and shearing of the spine. So you could try that. I mean, if you've done camel before, no worries about doing it one more time like that. You feel that a little bit? Even way up here, I'm feeling spinal compression. If you take the hips forward and the chest forward and up like that. So what we want to do is shore it up. And it may cause you to go into a different shape with this. Okay, we'll see. So inhale, actually take your sit bones back towards your heels. So we're getting to the deep core line a little bit. The arches are invigorating. The inner thighs up and out the sit bones. We begin like that. So we want to get the whole core body supporting us. On your exhale, take the top of your pelvic crest into the body. Take the spine in and up from the front. So it begins this tuck of the tailbone, drawing yourself in and up. Take the center of your heart back. The center of your skull back. What is that? Keep that and send the hips forward. Keep that. What do you have to do? Keep drawing the front of the spine in and up. In and up, in and up. Keep drawing the heart back and up, the skull back and up. Maybe less compression there in the pose. Okay, exhale, slowly come forward. Now if that doesn't feel like much of a back bend, that's because you could probably go deeper now in your camel than this, which is compressive. It seems like a back bend. To now you're like, well, I don't really... If you don't feel compression there, then maybe it's time to take your hands down more and keep doing that, or even into the shins, or even farther back.
The secret, though, is the awareness, right? We keep that awareness of support all the way, and it's going to be harder at first because you're using more muscles. But long term, it's much safer, to do it that way with that awareness.
So do you see how strong you have to get here in order to do this? So we're going to get strong in that place. Before we go back into that moment, take your hands to the heart and namaste. Take a deep breath in, lengthen in and up. Exhale, just lean back. Deep breath in, lift up to the crown. Exhale. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale back. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hugging in and out. Keep that. Maintain as you plank it back. So kneeling plank. Inhale and exhale. Now hands to the hips or the heels if you feel like you can go a little bit deeper with this. And as you exhale, very important, draw the front of your pelvis in and up, the front spine in and up, the ribs back, the heart back, the skull back. Okay, so really stubbornly maintain it. It's this weird kind of plank-like thing. Keep the tailbone tucking so mindfully. Keep drawing the front spine and ribs back, the heart back and up towards the skull. Now you can look up a little bit at the crease between the wall and the ceiling there, so you can drop the head back. So you can feel the scoop inward and upward of the front spine so strongly as you take this pose. And if that's a lot for you, then you bring your hands to your hips and do it, okay? But maintain the strength. Take a deep breath. Exhale, pull into the front spine, in and up, in and up, in and up, in and up, long. So that's really core-tastic as you fold yourself down, wave the hips from side to side. Deep breath in. Exhale, begin to roll yourself back up. Hands to hips or heels as you inhale, but everybody slide those sit bones back, prepare yourself. So if that was okay for you, then point the toes. And on your exhale, as you curl the pelvis upward, Draw the front pelvis in and up, the front spine in, the heart back, the skull backing up. Even if you're not going to drop the head, but just the skull backing up a little bit. Now, if you flare the ribs up towards the sky, you instantly feel more compression happening in the lumbar. I do. Okay? Now take the front spine back and up. Take one hand to the back of your skull if you can. Press it back and up even more, and draw yourself towards this back bend. On your exhale, come on up, front spine really sweeping in and up, super strong. Exhale, fold, child's pose. So yeah, we can all take the easy way out and just kind of get into the shape, but at what cost? So now we're in full expression and presence and self-compassion. Slowly roll yourself back up. Now one final moment here. I want you to roll yourself all the way up and just think about this. If that felt okay for you, and it feels like, some of you feel like, I know you're pretty far back, do you feel like you're getting a real back bend? You're just kind of in this thing. Now you can go back farther than that. Some of you are fine. But if you can, and the heels are working for you and you're already pretty low here, and you're feeling like, okay, I'm kind of compressed. Now something's happening here. You can turn the fingers to the side, bend the elbows, go back, or creep up and keep bringing yourself in and up, in and up, in and up. Your head will touch the floor eventually and then you come back up, but you know you'd surprise yourself. The more you do this, the more possible that's going to be for you. So play your edge wherever you are. Is that easy?
Yeah, it feels less like you have to throw up when you do that.
Yeah. Stretching out your arteries. So we don't actually want to over-compress and just dump into the back of the neck like that in yoga. So you always want to keep this long, as if you had that hand back there pressing, which you will later. All right, take a deep breath in here, wherever you are. If you take the ankles, heels, do that. On your exhale, pull yourself into yourself. Okay? If you shove the hips forward, it's also with mindfulness, so top of the pelvis moving back, top of the spine, center of the heart, center of the head. From there, maybe you can walk the hands up the shins a little bit. You have to stubbornly pull down into your body. What? And on your exhale, draw into the belly and come on up. And fold it forward or take a Virasana on your back. Cool, wait from side to side. All right, your body will remember that for later. Plant the hands, come on back, downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog. That's good. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, everyone. Exhale out through the tongue, very soft, just clearing the chest, clearing the voice. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend those elbows back, hug them in, curl in, deep chest, roll all the way in and up. Good. Now roll to the outside edge of your left foot, plant the foot behind you here. So some of you can just sit down and enjoy a little moment of release. That would feel nice. Otherwise, if you're coming up, same thing, draw the front of the pelvis, the front spine and ribs back, the center of the heart back. Unfurl that arm over the ear, take a rock star pose here. Good. If you can, top pelvis back more, top spine back more, and even bend your standing arm, elbow straight back. It'll help you over the chest more. Bend that arm, Tyler, see what happens. Yeah, the standing one. Up and over, everybody. Front spine lifting, down dog, split the right leg up. Good work. All right, now listen carefully, just for fun. You can do this or not, but maybe try it if you feel capable of it. Strong fingertips, bend the elbows, bend the standing leg, and on your exhale, we're going to press the arms straight, lift up through the belly, and just aim eventually, however you need to do it, but you just take it easy, right? Press the hands down with the belly, hop the left foot to the left thumb, walk it on up there, 1 and 2. Very good. All right, once you arrive, creep the fingertips forward of the foot, inhale, lift the belly, and on your exhale, slowly bend that right knee into your chest. With the right hand, grab a hold of the ankle or reach for it. You can express without actually grabbing the foot. I'm going to do that. Tyler will be grabbing the ankle. Now inhale, bend both knees, get ready, get close to the earth, and on your exhale, press yourself down, open the knee back behind you. If you don't have the ankle, that's okay. You reach the arm back there for it in time. Now everybody, circle yourself back down. Grab that ankle again as you press the foot down, draw the front pelvis back, the front spine, the center of the heart back, the center of the skull back. So that opens you up, and now kick the foot back behind you a little bit more. Straight back like a bow pose. Yeah, baby. All right. Again, stubborn pelvis back, stubborn spine back, center of the heart back, luscious, open back, heart back, skull, inhale. Exhale, slowly roll it down. Take that right leg straight back into a low lunge. Bend the back knee, point the toe. Should feel all right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, roll yourself up onto the front thigh. Still, same principles apply. Good, exhale it out. Now inhale, reach the right arm to the sky and take a bit of a side bend here so you can stretch the psoas. Nice time to stretch the psoas here, but keep the front pelvis drawing in and up so you can stretch along the side of your right spine. Deep breath in, go for it. On your exhale, right hand down underneath the right shoulder, bend the back knee up. With a long spine, reach back. See if you can take hold of the inside of the foot. If you can't, that's okay. This is a nice stretch just to try to get it. Keep the pelvis lifting, everybody. If you do get it, lift the belly, lift the spine and heart. Slide the heart and skull back and open up your front chest a little bit more. In and up towards the crown of the head. Perhaps even rolling to the pinky toe edge of your front foot, opening the knee and taking a full body, twisting open and stretch. You're going to pull the heel a little bit closer to the sit bone if you can. One more deep breath. Exhale all the way out, downward facing dog. Breathe here, notice the difference, and right and left side. All right, bend your knees, deep inhale here. Exhale, on your exhale, I want you to hop yourself or step yourself forward to the front of your mat. We're just going to flow it out a little bit, neutralize. Inhale, lift the belly, offer the whole heart forward, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, prepare. Exhale, hug it in and up, roll yourself up to stand. Exhale, begin to roll. Inhale, fill it. Exhale, fold right back down again, bowing humbly to this practice. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest, roll it up. Roll over the outside edge of your right foot and step the other foot behind you. Good, press everything down. Now remember, you can come to sit, absolutely. And just going to breathe and be here with a nice gentle heart opener. Otherwise, you lift up through the hips and draw the front pelvis. The front spine back. Some of you are very back bend. You're going to have to bend that standing arm too to roll the shoulder truly open, to draw the heart back and open. Yes, stretch over the ear. Inhale. Exhale, open over. Lots of psoas now. Support yourself. And stretch that left leg all the way up. Bend knees, bend elbows. Try a handstand hop or three. You're going to press the arms straight and lift up to the belly. Be careful, you might feel a little lighter here than you're used to, or really much more heavy. One of the two. Press the head down. Lift up to the belly and hop that right foot forward to the right thumb. Gorgeous. Good. All right, bend the left knee down to the chest. With the left hand, grab a hold of that left ankle and begin to unroll yourself. Now as you do, it's so easy to pop the chest forward. I think that's the back bend. But take the front top of the pelvis back, the front spine back. Follow that. It's going to curve you back more than you might think. And then stretch that leg behind you, foot back. You can circle it down once again if you want to release that out. And stretch. The second the heart starts to move forward, pull it back into the chest. Pull the front pelvis back, and even those right fingertips may have to creep to the side more fully. Everyone slide the skull back. Yeah, pelvis, center of the chest and skull. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Bend the front knee, take your low lunge with the knee down. Roll yourself all the way up. Left arm stretches. This is when I want a non-toxic, herbal, invisible, imaginary yoga cigarette. Right about now. Good times. Alright, so you press the right hip down, draw the pelvis in and up. So are you still compressive? It's so easy. So easy to lose that center, lift it up and over. as if the center of the heart is more buoyant, lifting away from the pelvis. Allow that left side spine and hip to stretch. Your breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll it down, left hand underneath left shoulder. Tuck the back toes, bend the back knee. Okay, but lift up to the pelvis. Now spin yourself back. Reach forward or take the foot.
It's twisted monkey.
Twisted monkey. Yeah, so draw the top of your hip crest into your body right now. And up. Front of your spine, in and up. Center of the heart back as much as you can. So don't box yourself in with some shape. See where your heart can actually go, and skull slides back, then spin. And draw the heel in. If you like to spin the front toes open and come to the pinky toe edge, do that. Everybody deep breath in. Good. Exhale, slowly come back down, downward facing dog. What do you guys say? Good on you? Yeah. Good on you. Yes! All right, bend the knees, inhale here. Exhale, roll yourself forward, plank up the back of the heart, lead. Keep going, bend the elbows and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. 1 to 3 breaths. Keep the heart buoyant. Okay, don't think, just do. Bend the knees, both knees. Take a hold of the ankles. And talk yourself out of it. It's going to take a little bow flow here. Setting the forehead down to the earth. So again, remember when we did that cobra, as we came up, you're going to attempt to draw the front of the pelvis, spine, ribs in and up. So you're really leading through the back of your heart and skull, back of the sacrum too. So press the feet back and up and draw into the front center of your body. Slide that attention all the way up the spine, the back of the skull, as if someone has their hand behind your head, comes up. Exhale, keep hold of the ankles, but roll it right back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll in and up through the belly. Kick the feet back and even higher, 1 more millimeter. Exhale, hold it down, keep a hold of your ankles. Deep breath in. Exhale, back and up. Inhale here. Exhale, roll it back down. This is 4. Take a deep breath in. But it's the first one if you're present. Exhale, roll in and up. And exhale, 5. Deep breath in. Exhale. 6. Try 1 inhale. Inhale, but still draw the belly in. 7. Lucky number 9. Inhale. Isn't yet. 8. Inhale. This is 9. So hold. Press and lift the toes. Hug the knees in a little closer if you can. Just inside the hip line, hip line. Draw the skull back and up. Draw the heart back and up. Super stubborn with that heart, but open. Inhale here. Exhale it all the way down. Press your hands back. Child's pose. Wave the hips. Side to side. Deep breath here. Roll yourself slowly back in and up. We have one more thing to do with you before we rest. And it will require assistance because we are, of course, in relationship, not just to ourselves, but others. So breathe here, connect to your breath, and take a look. Okay. So partner 1 will come up into that camel position with the toes like this. Okay, dorsiflexed, because if you point the toes and you're a backbender, you won't ever be able to get over there. This is also a good braking system here. Partner 2 will come behind you and mess up your awesome hair. The bigger I can get it to you. All right, but anyway, this is beautiful. So he's got the back of my skull, right where my neck meets my skull. And that's all he has to do. He's going to follow me and let me do my pose without falling. And my responsibility is to do everything that we just did. So check this out. You're going to want to push the hips forward and jam it to the back to get back there, but that's not what we're doing today. So don't think of this as camel anymore. This is a different situation. We're going towards full wheel.
New pose.
New pose. All right, so inhale, send the hips back. Notice my hips do not shove forward. That's really important. They kind of stay right here, almost sitting down. As I draw in the front spine, the front pelvis, back, in and up, the ribs back, hands are here. He's going to let me go as far as I can go. Maybe I can catch the floor and come up into a wheel. I'm never judging my ribs. I'm always trying to draw down and into myself. Best I can. And then from there, once you're done, you can come down if you want to. You need like a crunch. You draw the abdominal muscles and the psoas together and come back up. I'm pressing back into him, not jutting forward and pressing back. Everything's moving back. Now you may go here and be like, whoa, that's farther than I've ever gone. Whoa, okay, that's your edge. The edge, it makes you feel a bit excited. Don't be leaping off the edge like a crazy person, okay? That's not your edge, that's insanity.
Remember, the person who's assisting, you're not stopping them, you're not also letting them drop. You have that constant pressure that's enough to let them go towards their edge. Wherever that is, they respect that, be aware of it, where they are.
Yeah. So this is the consummate trust, but also self-trust and self-strengthening pose to really open that heart. And you see you can go all the way into a back bend, still drawing into yourself. Quite cool. Anyway, find someone you can deal with for the next couple of minutes here. Okay, big tall dudes, unite. Great. So partner one, pad your knees underneath you if you need to. I feel like I'm in junior high again. I don't have a partner. No one likes the weird artistic Sadie over the corner. But I did. Yeah. So I was all right. Okay. I had a couple friends. One friend was very large, like 300 pounds. One friend was extremely tiny, like 90 pounds. It was so funny. I was kind of in the middle. I was not in the middle. But I'd stand in the middle, and it would just be like, wow, this is what I got. But it was beautiful. Those are great girls. Sometimes the weird ones are the best ones. Okay, so anyway, get ready. Tuck the toes underneath you like this, not pointed. Everybody's good, I think. Okay, tell your partner. Now take the back of their skull. So like Tyler said, it's not pushing them forward, it's resisting them, but allowing them to go back so they feel
grab
safe.
your skull like with your thumb around the other side, like this, like you're supporting like a big goblet or something.
Yeah. Big goblet of color. Okay, so let's take the hips back. So here's how we start. It's going to require that quad strength and the psoas strength for sure, and courage. So be buoyant. You're not sitting down, you're just lifting up a little bit, but flare the inner thighs up and out through the sit bones. This prepares the deep core line to help you. Now from here, don't lift the hips anymore. Just tuck the top pelvis back. Roll yourself back. Press the skull back. Press the ribs back. Press into your partner's hands and see where you really go. When your heart and belly move backward, when your head moves backward, see how far you could go, because sometimes we stop ourselves. We go, oh, the mind will stop you. If you can go pretty far down, hands can come to your chest. Maybe even reach overhead and reach for the floor. Go into yourself. There you go. And then maybe, partner, you can take their low back and help them move back and up into full wheel. Maybe that's enough, right? Take the skull back and up. Yes, girlfriend. Come on back. We'll do it again. Lift up through the skull, belly. Lots of belly. You can do it. You just need a little momentum. Like one motion will be easier. The feet will feel funny, I tell you. It just takes getting up. Yeah. Okay, so everybody switch partners. Switch partners. We're going to do this twice with each person, so enjoy. All right, you can take your hands to your chest, partner one here. And at some point, if you feel like reaching back, do that. But remember, the tendency is strong to flare out like this and leak your energy, and then you'll lose power. So keep yourself hugged in and lengthen through the crown of your head. All right, so inhale, seat back, sit bones wide. Keep the seat back there. Don't push it forward. Draw the pelvis back. That's it. Press back with the heart, with your head into your partner's hand. Really use that resistance to help you back. Get the hips really close to the heels. And then keep going, and maybe if you draw back into yourself enough, yes, reach over. It's right there. The floor is right there. You could maybe, partner, take one hand to their low back and help them lift it up. Back and up, back and up. Back. Push her into her hands. That way. There it is. Yep. And that's just momentum and time. So she'll find her place there. All right, when you come down, bend those knees back down to the floor. Belly, tons of belly. There it is. All right, and fold. Now, no matter where you go, like maybe you're not going down to the floor, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are in commitment to your core strength as well as your heart offering, and you're finding your edge. Yeah, baby. So if you're boring yourself, you're not at the edge yet. Yeah, if you're bored. Switch partners. Now, Tyler, could you come back up for a moment? Everybody check this out. It takes a measure of practice so you understand that you want to keep drawing in and things, and then it takes courage and it takes flow. The best way to get into this pose is in a fluid flow. The more you stop, especially if you stop right before and then you reach your arms over, necessary at first, but eventually you want to make it one pose because the momentum is what really helps to carry you. Okay, so I'm going to take my hips back, exhale back, try flowing. You don't have to go all the way down. Maybe you stop there, but maybe you keep going, you reach, and you help your partner help you. See, he's got his other hand underneath my kind of high-low back. And when I come up, he's going to support me. I'm going to let him. And then I'm going to use my abdominal strength to draw myself back up so I'm not in my lumbar. All right? Try it one more time with each partner. And go somewhere new. Maybe it's less of like, and more of just, hey, I'm going to hold myself. Get out of your own way. And see what going with the flow a little bit more gets you. You've got your partner there, you're never going to fall. The question is, can you let go a little bit? Yeah. So partner, place the hand behind the head. Other partner, come on up. Deep breath in, set the sit bones back. Keep the hips way back. Rob hips way back towards your heels. Go back. Yes. Draw into yourself. Way back towards the heels is where this pose is. Keep your hips back, back, back. And then maybe you can take the floor. Yes. There you go, get it, tall line. Okay? And when you come back up, wherever you are, lots of psoas action, flexion and length. Beautiful. Good. Put those knees, so you can walk your feet closer to your hands here. Keep drawing the front belly in.
Towards my knees.
Towards the mirror. So you can walk your feet back towards your hands or your hands towards your feet. Yeah, you can just let it go. Because at some point you lose strength if you're going to go that too much. Perfect. Yep, it's a lot. All right, now switch partners. Yeah, keep that long neck. The moment you drop your head back, you leave power there too. It's a huge bowling ball sending you back there. All right, hands to the chest. Partner has your skull, nice and strong. You're going to move with them. Tuck your toes under if you ever want to go to a backbend. Yeah, perfect. Now inhale, send the hips back. Keep them way back as you roll in and back. Round that back. Keep yourself moving in even when you express. That's it. Stretch yourself. Yes, that's way farther. I love it. Lots of belly. Boom, sister. That's transformation. Come on back, belly, belly. And roll yourself up. Okay? Now, come on up like this, last little moment. It's also good not to be codependent, otherwise you're going to be drunk dialing this person at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't do it, help me. You can do it, it's a matter of time. Case in point, it was nice to have Tyler help me. And I'll tell you, I don't have a big lumbar curve, so it's not like I'm a great backbender naturally, but this just happens. When you draw into yourself, you're much more likely to be strong, supported. Oh, skate free. Oh, yeah. I went a little too early for that at the beginning. And then your exhale, your own inner strength helps to serve you and lift you up. So I'm nice and tall right now. Okay, so it's flowing back. Now what you're going to do is maybe not that, maybe that, I don't know. But I want you to take one hand behind your head, one hand to your heart. You can be your own partner. Because there's nothing that you can't do all the way down. You can resist into your own skull. Is that interesting? So if you take your pelvis back and you roll into yourself and you resist your own skull back, try that and see where you can go. But keep the hips pretty far back. Now this will need a lot of leg strengthening, a lot of core strengthening. So you see it's really easy to rely on someone else, but is it your true strength? Is it your true process when you do that? No, now you get humble and you go, oh, I've got some things to work on. It's nice to feel where it can go and then to work towards it, but to own that process yourself and to self-strengthen. And so there we are, right? That's right. So it's so easy to love someone else and be like, oh, what do you need? Or, oh, you're not doing your thing. But you got some work to do, probably, in here. So get back to it, and that's how you truly become independent in posture and in life. Anyway. Goddess pose. Oh, this should be great. I don't know, do you want to do anything more?
Do you want to do anything more?
You guys are good, right? So here's the deal, goddess position, so we're just securing the sacrum a little bit as you wave gently from side to side. So we're not going into a huge forward bend. That would be like your first date and someone buys you a cheap, awful meal. And it's like, so when can I see you again? You kind of be like, well, I don't know if I was feeling really valued. I mean, $2 tacos, if it's cool, that's totally fine, but takes you to Mickey D's and, it's like, do you have any money? I don't have money at home. And lift up through the belly and fold. Find some waves here. So you don't want to shock your body. You do want to seduce it to come back to neutral. Flowers, hot laundry, good vino, candles, baths, that sort of thing. That's what you're doing here when you allow yourself to get a little juicy, a little liquid. Go with the flow. Lift up through the belly, inhale. Nice slow breath, telling your body it's completely fine to release the back bending muscles and to open yourself back up to center. And exhale. Inhale slowly, come back to center. I want you to grab a block. Take your block. Someone throw me their block. Thank you. So what I'd like you to do is find your way down onto your back, lift the pelvis up and send this block under the sacrum, perhaps the medium way high, not high or low, but try to center it right between the back of your pelvis. So the sacrum is that bone at the center top of your pelvis there that roots the spine into the pelvis. And what I'd like you to do is scoot your head and shoulders away from the block a little bit. Feet wide, knees knock in. And allow the spine to come into beautiful traction. To put the natural curve of the body back in as the sacrum lifts up and long. And if that feels kind of ouchy or intense, then you draw the front of your pelvis and front spine down for a while. Bring yourself into a new neutral. And breathe to clear out this detoxifying belly. To communicate from that core fire you've created, to light up your own heart from underneath, not just from the outside in, which is lovely, but it's a gift. It's a momentary candle that will eventually burn down. And that's okay. It's as necessary as this changing of the seasons. Sometimes those outer candles burn down. Takes a lifetime. You never see them go out. Sometimes it takes 3 weeks. But we take the teaching and we move forward with a fully open heart because we know that in the end, the true victory is having loved it all. No matter how skilled or unskilled someone else was with your heart or what their path led them to do. The true jewel of this practice is always remaining in love, especially for yourself. So the flame underneath that heart, inside of you, never goes out, not if you focus on it, brighten it each day. Take a deep inhale down to that inner flame, make space. Exhale through the mouth and soften that sacrum down over the block even more. Inhale up into the chest, flare the ribs, breathe to the top, sides, back of the heart. Exhale it out and relax. Okay, breathe into the whole chest, the whole belly as best you can. And exhale, release. And slowly walk your feet back and lift those hips up. Remove the block and softly lower the hips down to the earth. Wave the knees from side to side. That nice gentle signal to the body to release the sacrum, relax the pelvis. If you need any final pose before Savasana, please take that now. Feel free to move in the way that your body needs you to move this energy. Otherwise, you may stretch all the way out. Feel the back of the chest, the back of your heart as it rests toward the earth. The front of your heart as it's open for new possibilities. The center of that heart. Always existing in this calm, still place, this ocean of center, communicating with that belly, with the root, with your truth, which is always love and compassion. When you can reveal that to yourself, you get super strong, the heart flowers open as if by magic. And it doesn't matter what anyone else chooses to do, you can create your own boundaries. Remaining in self-love is the only practice. Everything else revolutionizes from there. Slide your shoulder blades down the back a little bit and tuck the tailbone gently. Stretch your arms out away from the heart so the arm joints rest open. Stretch the legs away from the hip joints so just get longer. Move the head and neck up away from the shoulders a little bit. Take a huge deep inhale through the nose. Fill up with light, with energy, with love, new life. Exhale through the mouth. Relax completely. And then breathe organically. And let the practice work its magic for the next few minutes here. begin to slowly deepen your breath, but in this new way of letting the ribs not flare first, and inhaling into the belly first, and then sharing what you can with the heart once you feel your belly is nice and open. Exhale, just let the earth take away anything that's in the way of your self-loving greatness, that big shiny heart and core flame of yours. Old stories, beliefs, habits. And slowly stretch your arms up overhead, stretch through the whole body. Center of the spine where you've worked so consciously today. Deepen the belly, stretch it out, stretch the legs one way, the arms the other, the belly. On your exhale, hug the knees into your chest and just give yourself little circles. And then hug yourself, hug your forehead up toward your knees, stretch the back, the heart, letting go any of that old defensiveness from the past and embracing the now. Slowly roll yourself onto your right-hand side. And in your own timing, gently press yourself up, wave yourself in and up, always the same, coming up through that deep core body. And as you arrive, place one hand on your heart, one hand on the belly, remembering to do the work that lights that inner flame. And instead of 3 ohms to seal class, let's sing 3 seed mantras for the heart. Appropriately, it is yum. So we're going to kind of make it juicy, like eating a cosmic apple. So as we say it, we'll say yum. Okay, like that. Inhale down to the belly. Inhale down and wide. Inhale into the belly, the chest, fists into your low belly, bow forward, and seal this practice deeply into your center. Namaste. Thank you all so much for going on that ride. Thank you. You're welcome. Major. Next one's hips. You'd be like, yes, get me to the hips. Yes, fine. Hips are great. So that'll be another place to unlock some storage, and hope you can join us after lunch. Thank you for being here. Thanks for everything. Just such gratitude. Thanks, Tyler. Thank you. Yeah. All right, let's see. Here at 2 to 4. Happy hips. Happy hipster.
Does anyone want to stay in the studio or need to stay in? One of these over the lunch?